Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and this would be the brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro. So the Mini 5 Pro was released to the world on September 17th and I ordered one on September 17th and I received mine on September 18th. Super fast shipping. And to buy all this that you see here cost me a whopping $1,188 US. Yes, it's not cheap, and that's because I got the Pro Plus batteries because I need extended flight times, and I did get the RC2 controller. Now the reason I got the Pro Plus batteries versus the standard batteries is because I need the drone to stay in the air for a long time, because when I shoot video reviews of whatever product, I usually use a minimum of 5 cameras. So that's how you get those cool angles when I'm filming. And one of those cameras is sometimes a mini drone by DJI, and I just let it sit in the air filming me, or I let it rotate around me while I'm doing my review. So it's got to fly for a long time, and these batteries give me a super long flight. So what do I think about the Mini 5 Pro? I've had the Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro, and even before that, the DJI Mini, and yeah, I've had every DJI drone in the small category. So what do I think about the 5? Well, I think it is an upgraded 4. This is the Mini 4 Pro right here, and I think it's just an upgrade of the 4. However, for durability, the Mini 4 Pro is much more durable in construction than the Mini 5 Pro. You would think, I'm going to hold up the Mini 4 here, you would think that DJI would have done like they did with the Mini 4 Pro. They just took the case from the Mini 3 Pro and stuck the Mini 4 Pro inside. But when they made the Mini 5 Pro, they did not do that. This is an entirely different drone. It is larger in size than this tiny little Mini 4 Pro. This is a big drone compared to this. So they had to make a new case, new everything. And to keep it light, well, I'm knocking things over here. To keep it light, it's kind of, you know, light plastic. The gimbal is made a little bit, I won't say flimsy, but it's not really designed for you to smack into something. And in this video, you're going to see when I was tracking my Jeep in tracking mode and I tried to move this to the front of the Jeep, it hit a tree at super slow speed, and hitting that tree at super slow speed actually wrecked the gimbal. Or I wrecked the gimbal when I tried to get out of the tree. Either case, I broke the gimbal. So other than the size being larger than the Mini 4 Pro, what else is new on the Mini 5? Well, there's quite a bit. They really went to town upgrading this. So if you look over here, I'm going to put the list of everything that is new compared to the Mini 4. So all of these items here are upgraded compared to the Mini 4, so you're getting a pretty good drone. Oh, and I should also mention one thing DJI did is if you have batteries from the Mini 4 Pro and I think the Mini 3 Pro, I sold my Mini 3 Pro so I can't check it, but I think they're exactly the same as these ones for the Mini 4 Pro. They all fit in the Mini 5 Pro. So if you have old batteries, well then you don't have to order the model with all the batteries, just use your old batteries, or use your old batteries with the model with all the new batteries and you have tons of flight time. Same goes for the remotes. I had to label mine because I can't tell the difference. They're identical. There's no difference in the remotes other than this is using a different communication system, but I think it's more in the drone. They call this 04 Plus in this one, and this one's called 04. That's the transmission system. So then this new model has so many new features over the old model, but some of them you might not notice right off the bat. So I'm just going to focus on the ones that I think are pretty cool. The first one is it talks to you. Yes, it has voice in it. So when you unfold it, it powers on. When you fold it back up, it powers off, and it talks to you in certain flight modes. And some of the other features I really like would be the obstacle avoidance and the tracking. So for obstacle avoidance, the Mini 5 Pro also has LiDAR in the front. So if you're flying at night, it actually has obstacle avoidance. This has no LiDAR, the Mini 4 Pro. So if you fly it at night, you'll just smash into everything around you. If you're new to the world of LiDAR, LiDAR doesn't really work on bright sunny days. So I think DJI turns it off. So you're probably not using the LiDAR if you only fly in the daytime, but if you fly in the evening or early morning or at night, the LiDAR is working. Since I am a photographer, I came from the photography world. I do love that there's a 1-inch sensor in here and the dynamic range has been increased. So where do you notice the difference? If I took both of these cameras and I filmed on a sunny day, you would not notice a difference between the cameras. However, if I filmed in the evening or in the early morning or at night, you would notice a difference. This one would be much better because you would not see as much noise in the image. You'd see more noise in the image on this one. This one, not so much because it has the bigger sensor, larger pixels. In addition, the ISO range is double on this compared to what it is on here. So that means on this baby, you are going to see all the shades in my face and body if you're filming a human or anything outside, because it can pick up massive dynamic range compared to this beast. But before I show you my video, I should also mention that one of the cool things is that the Mini Pro series of drones by DJI has the ability to turn the camera 90 degrees to do vertical shooting. This one does it, this one does it. I think even the 3 did it. That means when you want to shoot vertically, you get true vertical shooting in video as well as photos. So you get true image quality. Other mini drones on the market do not rotate the camera. Instead, they just crop the image into vertical from horizontal. And one of the new features on the Mini 5 Pro is they've taken that camera that flips vertically and they allow you now to move it in any angle you want, any rotation you want. So you can spin it all the way around. It doesn't do a full 360, I don't think, almost a full 360. And you can also spin it while you're flying. And it produces video that looks a little psychedelic and weird, but I'm sure if you were flying through something with objects on either side, it would look pretty cool. So what I'll show you now is some of the test video I did with this drone, filming in low light, also using the obstacle avoidance, the tracking, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, that everything is pretty good. I was most impressed by the low light footage. This is awesome. I could use that. I do have a photography background, so low light filming is something I strive for, and this baby seems to do it quite well. So anyways, watch that, then come back to me and I'll tell you a few more things. Now we're going to begin this review focusing on low light filming and high dynamic range. This is something the DJI Mini 5 Pro can do really well. All the video you're going to see has been recorded at 4K 60 frames per second in low light. As an example, here I am filming the morning sunrise in my neighborhood. Check out the colors in the sky and notice that you can still see the houses on the ground. Most mini drones on the market have a much smaller sensor and a lesser dynamic range, so if they were filming this exact same footage, all the blacks in the image would look very black. You'd see no detail in the darkness. Now, just to show you how amazing the Mini 5 Pro is at recording low light footage, here I am zooming in, 2x zoom. I'm doing this with the drone itself, and look at the footage. Normally when you zoom in, the aperture can't handle it and the image gets darker. But here, not only is the image clear in low light, but you can also see all the detail on the ground. It looks really, really good. Now, if you record at 4K, you can zoom up to 3 times digital zoom. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to increase the zoom to 3 times. And I find when you're at 3 times digital zoom, it's at the end of its range of keeping things perfectly sharp in the image. But it still looks pretty good. My favorite is going to 2 times zoom. That looks the best. Now let's speed this up and go back to 1 time zoom, which is, well, the best image quality possible with the sensor. So in summary, the Mini 5 Pro is currently the best mini drone on the market for low light filming. You won't find anything better than this one. So this means if you are someone who's always filming on cloudy days, overcast days due to where you live in the world, or you like to film in the early morning, late evening, or even at night, well then you need the Mini 5 Pro. However, if you only film on sunny days, then the Mini 4 Pro is perfectly fine. Next, I'm going to show you 3 50 megapixel photos taken in low light on auto settings. So here's a photo looking at the sun. You can still see the sky and the ground. Here's a photo just looking at the houses in my neighborhood. All the houses appear really nice. And if I wanted to zoom into any of the houses, well, you can see there's still plenty of detail, even though it's pretty darn dark outside. But what's most interesting is that you can even see detail of the clouds in the sky. Normally they would be blown out one flat color. And here's one more photo. I'll zoom into the small park right in the center. Here's another super early morning video shot of the Mini 5 Pro rotating around me. You can see the sun is just rising on the horizon. Now I tried the same shot with the drone at different distances from me so that you could see more detail on me since I'm closer to the camera, and it does a pretty good job in low light. But my favorite is when you go to maximum zoom, 3 times zoom, rotate the drone around yourself, it sort of gives a type of depth of field. It's not really a true depth of field, but it looks pretty good. And here is a 50 megapixel low light photo of myself. You can see the orange sun is causing my face to turn kind of orangey. Now the Mini 5 Pro is supposed to be somewhat quieter than most mini drones. So here I am testing it out by sneaking up on some seagulls. How close can I get before they take off? Well, they took off, except for this one little guy who is totally clueless. Where's everybody gone? Finally he's gonna clue in and take off himself. This is the portion of the video where I'm going to show you the tracking. First I'll start off with tracking from the rear, me walking or running, and then I'll do it again with tracking from the front. This is really phenomenal. You're going to be amazed at how good it is. Watch this. So I am recording my screen, so I'll show you what I'm doing on my screen. I'm going to select myself, draw this big square on myself, and then I'm just going to pick active track. You should see a circle on the left hand side. The drone moves back a little bit, and you see the picture on the left hand side of my screen. I have the drone to the rear of me. So there we go, we're all set to go. Here we go, see if you can follow me at a fast pace. Going around this corner. There we are. Come over here, I've got to go through a door. I'll try to make this quick. Don't fly back door because it's going to smash into the drone. The drone will figure out how to get through that. There's trees here I'm going under. And then there's more trees I'm going under. The drone will have to figure that out. We'll come around this way. And we'll come around here. And we'll come around here. And we're gonna stop here. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is change the direction. So if you look at my little screen here, I'm gonna move the little icon to the front of me. So I want the drone to stay in front as I walk. So I walk forward. It's gonna miss all those trees. I'm gonna go this way. It's gotta get to the front. If it can't get to the front,
aircraft will temporarily change follow direction.
So it just changes direction if it can't get to the front due to all the obstacles.
Aircraft will temporarily
Where is it?
follow direction.
It's up there. Where are you? I think it's got me. Do you have me? Yeah, it's got me again. Let's try. So it doesn't work.
Obstacle detected. Aircraft will temporarily change follow direction.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, now it's in the front again. Okay, now you're in the front. I don't know. It looks like it's going to smash into everything back here, but I want it to go this way. It's pretty good though. It's missing everything. So I'll get really close to it. Hello, I'm going this way. You coming?
Obstacle detected. Aircraft will temporarily pause flight to set direction.
It's coming. Let's see. Has it still got me? Yeah, it's got to make it through all that. That's good. It's supposed to be out front. So what's it going to do? Is it going to finally come out front?
Detected. Aircraft will temporarily pause flight. Obstacle detected. Aircraft.
Come on, get to the front of me. Why are you pausing flight? Oh, are you working though? But it seems like it's working. Yeah. So don't hit that house. Oh crap. Come on back this way. Let's see if it ever gets to the front. I'm going to walk across the street. Okay, there we go.
Obstacle detected. Aircraft
Finally.
temporarily pause flight to set direction.
Okay, I'm going back. Supposed to get to the front.
Obstacle detected. Aircraft will temporarily change follow direction.
So I guess every time it can't get to the front, it's just going to stay to the rear or to the side, whatever's the best. But anyways, the tracking works for walking. Now we'll try some tracking of my Jeep. Can this little Mini 5 Pro track the Jeep as I'm driving it? All right, so I'm gonna put the return to home over here. So just in case it comes down to land, it's gonna land someplace where there's no cars around.
Home point updated.
Home point updated.
Takeoff. Home point updated.
All right, so there's my Jeep and there I am. Now, I think what I gotta do is it keeps on focusing on me, so I'm gonna get in the Jeep. Let's watch my head here. All right, let's see if I can select the Jeep. So you should see my screen and I will try to, my best attempt to select the Jeep. It selected the Jeep. It knows it's there. So we're going to go active track.
After subject starts moving, aircraft will fly to set
All right,
direction.
let's put a seatbelt on. So then I take this remote and I'm going to stick it up in front of me so I can monitor the situation. I'm going to drive slow. And then I'll move the camera as we're driving. Well, it looks like it's definitely going to follow me. Got obstacle avoidance on, so it should avoid objects. I can't drive fast because this is a beach and there is a speed limit. So this is pretty cool. It's from the rear. Now what we're going to do is I'm just going to drive, pick up some speed. I'll hold on to the remote with one hand, pick up a bit of speed here. There we go. Now we're cruising. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a massive 25 kilometers per hour. That's not very fast, but it probably looks fast. So here's from the rear of the Jeep. As soon as I come around this bend, I'm going to put the camera to the front of the Jeep and see how well it tracks. So I've got a little circle to go around here. I'm just going to whip around it. I have no worries. Whoa! My camera fell to the floor. I have no worries with this drone missing objects. It's got the most amazing obstacle avoidance at any speed. It's really, really good. Okay, so there we are. The only problem in front that I see is power lines, but it's flying pretty low. So I'm moving slow, and on my little display, I'm gonna move the camera to the left-hand side. So let's see if the drone goes to the left-hand side as I'm moving. It's doing well. I'm doing this slow because there's power lines up top. You can see them. And now I'll move it to the front. And I don't know if it has the ability to see power lines, but it's going to the front now, and there are power lines ahead. Oh, good, it's coming close. Oh, I can see it right there. It's right in front. There we are. I'm going to move it back to the left because there's too many lines. It's going to hit some power lines. Let's see how well it does through the forest. So I'm going to put it to the rear. There we go. And I'm going to turn this way. You see the power lines? Let's hope it misses those power lines. Go slow. We're going to go in the woods here. Whoa, that looks so close to the power line. All right. Oh, obstacles. Yeah, power lines. Goofball. Whoa. It's got to follow me through the woods here. Gotta do it. That beeping you hear is all the obstacle avoidance. I'm going to go slow so that it can follow me through the forest. It should be smart enough to say that if I get through, it should be able to get through. I'll pick up a little bit of speed going through the woods. It's doing well. So far, so good. If it gets around this. All right. It says it's wide open here. I'd like to put the drone to the front, but I can't. I need an opening. Pick up some speed, get through here. All right, I'm just gonna see if I can get this to go to the front. So I'm gonna pull a little bit to the right, like this, and I'm gonna move you to the front on my little display. I'll give it some room, and...
Obstacle detected. Aircraft will temporarily pause flight to set direction.
Oh, I think it crashed. Hang on, I gotta go get it. Now I gotta find it. Let's go find my drone here. It should show where I am. I'm walking past it, and it says you have to go this way. I'm getting closer to it. It is in here, it says. It says I should be on it right about now. Start flashing and beeping. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. It's up there. Come on, drone. There you are. So, I will say, if you lose your drone like I did, make sure you hit the start flashing and beeping little option that's on your display here. But I think it's a good condition. Let me just pull this out. Looks good. Let's see if she flies. Let's plop it back down. So I'm going to stop that now. And I'm going to go back to the actual control of the drone. So arms are good. Forward arms are good. And still on record. It's still recording. The gimbal's all askew. So let's just take off. Oh, what's it say? Collision detected during last flight. Make sure the propellers look as shown and without choppy stuff. Okay. Props are good.
Take off.
She flies like a champ. Look at that. Crashed, and it is still working and flying. Oh, I could see a problem. Right in the front, the gimbal has come out. Let me drop it and show that. So let's land it. And I'll show you what I mean. Hopefully that's not busted. So you see over here, that's in, this is hanging out. That should be on a little rubber. Yeah, there's a little piece of rubber it should be on. Darn. All right, I have to go home and fix that then. Here we have the box my Mini 5 Pro Fly More package arrived in. Inside the box you'll find a shoulder carry bag. The Mini 5 Pro arrives ready to fly. My Fly More kit came with 3 Pro Plus long range batteries, along with a quick charger that is capable of charging 3 batteries at once. My kit came with the remote with a built-in display. All the accessories arrived in this box. First accessory is a set of ND filters, which range from ND8 to ND128. I also received a ton of spare props, a USB-C charge and data cable, and finally a set of stickers and the Mini 5 Pro manual, which is pretty much useless because it tells you nothing. When you unfold the Mini 5 Pro, it automatically powers on. And when you fold the arms in, it automatically powers off.
Aircraft will power off in 5 seconds. Press any button on aircraft to cancel.
Also, when you insert a battery, the aircraft automatically powers on. The Mini 5 Pro does have 2 indicator lights, as well it does include the quick release props. It also has 4 360-degree obstacle avoidance sensors, as well as 2 forward-facing LiDAR sensors. On the bottom you'll find 2 optical flow sensors, as well as 2 infrared height finder sensors and 1 takeoff and landing light for low light filming. On the rear of the drone you do have a USB-C input for charging or data, and you do have a spot for a micro SD card. Please be aware that a very fast micro SD card is required. I tried several and this is the only one that worked. The forward camera has a very large 1-inch sensor with an aperture of f1.8. The display on the remote is nice and bright and you can see it outdoors. The remote includes all the typical DJI dials and buttons that we've become used to, and you do get 2 customizable buttons on the rear. In addition, you do have a spot for a micro SD card, as well as a USB-C cable input for charging or data. Total weight of the drone without a battery is only 183 grams, but unfortunately I have the very heavy battery, so it's going to be over 250 grams. Alright, so you're back to me. So you saw when I crashed into the tree going sideways, it wasn't going very fast and it wasn't a big crash. And even when I knocked it out of the tree and it fell, it didn't fall from very high, but fell down to the ground. The gimbal up front should not have broken. So you're wondering, well, what exactly is broken? If you didn't see it in the video, I'll try to show you it close here. The gimbal connects up top to these little rubber bands. Believe it or not, one of those rubber bands actually snapped in half. So in other words, I can't put the little arm inside the rubber band anymore. So thankfully I did pay $79 US for 1 year of DJI Care Refresh. I do that with all the drones I buy. I always buy 1 year worth, because if I'm going to smash anything and destroy anything, it's always in the first year because I'm going to try out all the features. So this will be going back to my local DJI repair shop this week, and basically all they do is throw this one in a corner, they'll get to it repairing it, and they send me a brand new one back back to me. Now, there are a few more things I wanted to test out with this drone, and when I get the new model back, that will make the part 2 video where I'll do a few more tests. I'm not going to go through every single thing this drone has because, you know, you can go watch any video on the 4 or the 3. I'm only going to review the things that make this unique compared to the 4 or the 3. Oh, and if you're wondering how noisy this is, I know I showed you in my video sneaking up on the seagulls, but I did do a little propeller noise test, and I find it slightly less noisy than this one. If you look at the bottom, they actually write the noise dB on it. They say it's 81 dB in their tests. So you could take that for what it's worth. So what I'm going to do, like I always do, is I'm going to put links below to where you can get this baby on Amazon. You can go buy it off Amazon. It's the same price everywhere. This will be on sale coming up to Christmas. I think it's a good deal as well. So I'll put a link to the 4 model, and you can get that at a stellar price. It's probably even on sale now since this model's out. But this will not be on sale on Boxing Day or Christmas. So you're kind of stuck with the price it's at on Amazon. And if you live in the USA, hopefully things are resolved with China and everything else with Donald Trump and all that great stuff that you can actually buy this before Christmas. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in a future video with many more cool reviews. Until then, bye.